What is up, you guys? Thank you so much for stopping by once again. This is ARCa coming at you with an MMAT, statistical and technical thread of analysis. Before we get started, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video so that you and a friend could consider joining our trading community on Discord, ARCab. Okay, you guys, with that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. So let's start with the stats first. So we're looking at volatility here, you guys, represented by this indicator BBWP. Volatility is direction neutral, and in order for us to be able to gain a direction bias, we actually pair this with an indicator, a momentum indicator, such as this one. This is stochastic momentum, or a momentum oscillator, right, you guys? So what I have done is I have taken every iteration for the back test. When we are above the 90 percentile, which is this line right here, I would consider to be critical expansion. So the longer we stay up here, you guys, the stronger the volatility would be for the coming sessions, right? So based on these iterations, every single time we went up to that area and started our contraction phase to the downside, you guys, I have taken note of every single time that happens. So the criteria is actually the duration of the iteration, the upside thrust of the iteration versus the correct versus incorrect guesses of to the upside, you guys. So within that metric, we actually came up with this stat right over here, you guys. We had a total of 23 iterations, of which 12 were correctly guessed to the upside. That gave us an average upside accuracy of 52.17% over, I'm sorry, with an average upside thrust of 58.16% over the span of just over 9 days, you guys. So that move we actually calculated right over here, you guys, and we noticed that let's see. Yes, it was right about here, you guys, and then we started to draw our implied direction, and it has since happened. So we did get that 58% move to the upside that we were looking for, you guys, the average move. So these are statistics. They're not certainties, you guys, okay? So the reason why I'm mentioning this right now, you guys, is because we did see the contraction phase start right over here, and it corrected and moved on to the upside. The reason why I'm telling you this right now, you guys, is because we are currently there again, except this time it may be one of the incorrect iterations, you guys, like this red one right here, where we started contracting and price went downward rather than upward. And the reason why I can say this is because the stochastic momentum oscillator is at critical overbought zones, you guys, alongside volatility at the upside. So this can retrace to the downside, pressuring the price action towards the downside as well. And another indication of this possibility is due to now us starting to pivot the signal line below the moving average, which is bearish, you guys. So we said that there were two potential areas from where which we can reverse from. It would be this one and this one right over here. So it is likely that we are now facing a continuation to the downside for MMAT. I also mentioned yesterday in a tweet that we could see some recovery here and there on the way down, you guys, little bounces here and there, but overall I do see us touching a lower level, and here is another reason why. This is an 8-hour chart that we're looking at. This is a descending channel that we've been riding for since about, let's see, May 3rd, 2022. So it's definitely gone on for a few months, and as you can see, we have followed the golden rule of three. We have 1, 2, 3 tests followed by the capitulation or accumulation event and a true breakout on test number 4. Now, we have not retraced to test that number 4, you guys. So this is a potential no-no. So usually for these formations, we need a breakout and then come and test the newly converted resistance into support as a valid support before a continuation on to the upside, you guys. So let's look at the let me go ahead and just minimize this a little more so that I can bring up some key facts for all of us, you guys. So we have also taken the stats for the negative iterations, you guys. So based on 23 iterations, we have incorrect 11 out of those 23. That gives us an average downside accuracy of 47.82% with an average downside thrust of 39.28% over the span of just over 15 and a half days, or just under 15 and a half days, sorry. So now let's pay attention to this 39.28% downside move, you guys, and go back to the channel. If you can see, if we actually just put this from the firing of the signal, which is right over here, we're looking at a decline of 39%, which just so happens to land us right at our 50-day simple moving average right over here, you guys. And we also would come in to the channel to try to validate this as a form of support. So this is what I'm looking at, you guys. This is what I'm seeing for MMAT. I actually warned everybody that we would be potentially selling off from the 1.618 area. That's why this arrow is drawn here. If you've been following the videos that I've been putting up, you guys, I am still remaining bearish on MMAT. Another thing to notice is yes, we did get a pump on this 8-hour candle. Great, you guys. But look at how we are making now a series of lower lows, and we are now creating lower highs. So this is a sequence that we're following and likely gonna face as a downside move, you guys. So please keep that in mind. Also keep in mind that I am not a financial advisor. Please take whatever I do show and say within these videos as a form of entertainment. I need you guys to do your own DD and we'll be okay, right, you guys? So with that said, you guys, I think that this is a pretty good place for me to leave off the video. Actually, let's talk about the RSIs real fast before we end this video, you guys. So we're looking at 30-minute time frame. This is the bi-hourly time frame, the 6-hour and the 12-hour. You guys, you can see that every single iteration is giving us a downside suggestion. So this is, you know, this is in accordance to what we're talking about. So this is pretty much a slam dunk trade, you guys. Not financial advice, but I think that opening up some long puts on this area and riding it down to these levels could be an okay play, you guys. But please bear in mind to keep your stop losses in. Make sure to practice risk management before anything, you guys. That is the most important thing. You keep on hearing about the process, you keep on hearing about risk management. It's because they are, in fact, the most important aspects of trading. We do not just go in. We make sure that we have data backs, and we make sure that we have trends, and we have our resistances and supports and fib levels already in line before we do enter the trade, you guys. So we are smart traders. Make sure that we maintain that posture, and then we'll be okay, you guys. Okay, so now this is a good time to leave the video off. Thank you so much for considering viewing these videos, you guys. I'll leave the links in the description below if you want to join the ARCa trading community in Discord. Visit me on Twitter. But with that said, I wish you a good night, and I will catch you at the bell mañana. Adios.